It is time to go racing in the grand state of Texas here at the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas for the running of the Pennzoil 350. Casey Nackle, the 8, has won the pole for today's race. 2's outside. Second is the 3 of Justin Zeidel. In third position, it's Carter Friesen. Fourth, we have Bronson Minnick. And rounding out the top 5, it's Sebastian Kukulon. Sixth place, it's Anthony Fox. Seventh belongs to Zachary Fitzgerald Sr. Eighth goes to Kashawn Richardson. In ninth, it's Marshall Burrow, last race winner at Mosport. And rounding out the top 10 is the 18 of Trey Rainey. For the rest of the fielders, Brandon Grenier, who's inside the 21 of Christian Richardson. Then we have Noggin Scott with Tyler Fink in the 59, along with Max Rossi and Kai Alexander in the 28, with Oliver Evans and Cole Luigi in the 9. Then we have Anthony Hernandez and Christian Vargas in the 4, along with Jonathan Rains and Anthony Rodriguez. Then Riley Sperluto and Brandon Beal, along with John Gilbert and Jose Mills. Then Dylan Traste and Jake Galloway. Ryan Primer comes in as the points leader. Mark Silas, his teammate, to his outside. Anthony Lehman, Riley Sampson, John Smith, and Jay Rando. And in the final row, Luke Rain, the 2, and the 39 of Trey Wright. There is our 36-car field for racing in the IndyCar Series at Texas. Let's go on track sign and fire these engines up for racing around the 1.5-mile oval.
I can't hear you! Drivers! Start your
And 36 cars are rolling off the starting grid to do battle here in Fort Worth, Texas at the Texas Motor Speedway. Maybe the craziest, if not one of the craziest, 1.5-mile tracks we will go to this season. It's going to be fast-paced action. New asphalt means a lot of grip on these tires, means high speeds in these cars with so much downforce. We're going to see speeds well over 200, maybe 210 miles an hour, and 36 laps of it around the Texas Motor Speedway. Pace car to yield and unleash 36 cars onto the Texas Motor Speedway. Casey Nackle, Justin Zeidel to the restart zone, and the green flag is waving. We're racing at Texas. For the pole, leads the first lap of the race already. 2:07, 2:08 into the first corner. Kukulon to the inside, the 8 of Nanico. For the race lead, off the corner, Kukulon takes it. Already, fast-paced action down the backstretch, 3 wide further back in the field. Double flat at the front, Kukulon leads. Now looking low, Fitzwar in the 19, trying to get there on the 42 of Kukulon. They come off the corner, he's down there. But it's going to be Sebastian to lead the second lap. Look how fast they're going around this racetrack. 25-second lap times. That's how fast they're going. It takes 25 seconds to get around 1.5 miles. I don't think they're getting ever below 200 miles an hour. In the corners, they probably get down to about 201, 200, but nothing below, I don't think. I think they're flat out through 3 and 4 as well. They really don't have to lift. There's so much banking, and 3 and 4 don't have to lift through there. It allows such great speed down this front straight, which is very, very long as well because a few curves in it. See 210 for Fink there to the first corner there. Kai Alexander pushing his way to the inside, looking 4 wide further back in the field, down the backstretch, sort of back to 3 wide. Yeah, but 3 wide's not a given here either. I mean, you can crash going 3 wide just as much as you can't crash going 4 wide. 3 by 3 further back in the pack. Up front, single and double file with Grenier trying to get by his teammate Alexander. Off to turn 1. Andretti Autosports amassed a nice points gap over Dale Quinn Racing. 50-point gap. However, all 50 points can be erased in one race. If Dale Quinn Racing wins the race and Andretti Autosport isn't inside the top 10 teams, they'd be tied. Oliver Evans pushes Grenier to the front, but now Evans wants to say. Down to the inside with help. Looks like for the 14 of Matt. No, it's the 4 of Christian Vargas. Off into the first corner. Vargas trying to get to the inside. Back there, stacked 4 wide down the backstretch. Kukulon rubbing. Down low. That's points leader Ryan Brommer. Still 4 wide through 3 and 4. How's this work? Off turn 4. Rub into the wall. And around goes Kukulon. Into the outside wall. We got a big crash. Car side down. Looks like Carter freezes on his side. Back down on all 4s. His teammate Richardson involved. Back there. Who's that sitting there? Is that Trey Wright, the 39 that just got involved? That's Anthony Rodriguez, Max Rossi, Marshall Burrow, last race winner. Coming back around, Jonathan Rains with the lead in the 15. Off 4. Back to the stripe, Spurley-Tube and Rains. Rains back in front. Spurley-Tube in second. Big crash at the back of the field brings a halt to the action in the Pennzoil 350 at the Texas Motor Speedway. A crazy race so far here today. Rains back in front. Will these drivers decide to come down the pit lane? They are questionable on fuel. And I think if they pit now, they'll still be short. But do you just want to pit now in case you don't get another yellow flag? Go as long as you can to the run. Is that Jake Galloway, the 88, with damage? It is, with Trey Rainey. Tough break for those drivers as here come the race leaders down pit road. I don't think anyone is staying on the racetrack. I think everyone wants to come down and get 4 fresh Firestones on these race cars. Now look at Carter Friesen. He's gotten around, but he's going to be done for the day. We have a lot of cars involved in that one. Look at some cars that came down pit road early. Some more smoke in their Spurley-Tube. He was the first into pit road in the 81. I have to assume they're going to get some fresh Firestones on these race cars so that these drivers have more grip later in the race, and we'll see how they do on fuel. And at this point, I think that they're going to be a few laps short, if I did the math correctly. So it'll be interesting to see, how that works out. Looks like leaving first, it's going to be Riley Spurley-Tube, as long as he can beat Nanico out, and he does. So Riley Spurley-Tube first off the pit lane, with Traste in second. Let's see what happens. The caution flag is in the air. Sebastian Kukulan put into the outside wall, and then a crash happened behind him, which collected about 10 race cars. They were 4 wide down the backstretch and through 3 and 4. They made it stick, but then off the corner just too tight, as that was the 59 Tyler Fink trying to give Alexander room. The 28 back down. The 59 can't just go up. If he goes up, he's going to get into the outside wall. So he's trying to stay as far as he can away from the 42, the 26 rub, into the 59. They get into the wall. Now those drivers get away. Back behind them is where some checkups happened, and that's what kind of caused the accident. Some cars checked up because of what happened in front, and Carter Friesen paid the biggest price. He was the one that went up in the air. So you see here as they come out the corner, Richardson, his teammate, to the outside. There you see, I think the 20 checked out, tried to get low, and Jake Galloway was there. And then it sent Carter Friesen on the wildest of rides. See, Trey Rain leaving with the smoking engine. Jake Galloway's mentioned. There's Rodriguez. Marshall Burrows mentioned was sitting backwards. Anthony Fox, a lot of cars. Yeah, so you'll see right here, Carter Friesen kind of duck low there. Terrible crash. Noggin Scott, he may have missed it. Mark Souse, I think, as well missed it along with Anthony Hernandez. Another look at one more. As you'll see the cars get into the wall. And then you'll see the crash happen. And I think Kukulan maybe looked in the mirrors and went, oh my gosh, what is happening back there? And they gassed it up to get away from that. They're lucky they were not swept up in the incident here. Racing in the background, Jonathan Rains led the field back, however, off pit road, the 81 team for Dragon Speed did their job. Off pit road in front, it gives Riley Spurley-Tube the lead in the Pennzoil 350 here at Texas. Riley Spurley-Tube has the race lead, however, he's not going to be first on the restart line, as some cars are on the tail end of the lead lap. Out from the wreck, Marshall Burrow, Jake Galloway, Carter Friesen, and Trey Rainey. We have 32 cars technically on the lead lap. You assume 28 because Tyler Fink is the last one in the line. Anthony Fox, along with Max Rossi, Anthony Rodriguez, and Christian Richardson, all are on the tail end of the lead lap in front of race leader Riley Spurley-Tube, who gets off the pit road in front. Second belongs to Dylan Traste. Third for Brandon Beal. Fourth for John Gilbert. Jose Mills is fifth. Jonathan Rains now sixth. Trey Wright seventh. Ryan Breimer point series up to eighth. Ninth for Casey Nanico, and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. rounds at the top 10. Breimer, this to be a big points day for him, as points to Marshall Burrow, or second in points, Marshall Burrow is out of the race. Pace car to pit road. Riley Spurley-Tube in control. Not really in control, but he's out front for the restart. Green flag back in the air. Some of these cars are damaged in front, like the 21 is very slow. Want to get low as quick as you can. Richardson is very off the pace. Foxy off the pace as well. As Trash gets blocked behind the 21 as Brandon Beal moves low, along with many of the other lead lap cars. A few get stuck high like the 98 and the 48. Yeah, John Gilbert, Dylan Trash, you're not going to be happy about that. Now Spurley-Tube caught the 22 Fox, who's also slow. He'll move high. Here comes Beal to the bottom. The 5 takes the lead away. Brandon Beal to the front in Texas. 2 more lap cars. The 31 is up there. Off the 14. I don't know if they're off the pace or if they just got caught there. Makes Anthony Fox off the pace as well. Dropping back with Riley Spurgeon on the outside. Nowhere for the 98, the 48 to go. They're still stuck on the 21. 25, 23, still stuck. Treste can't give them enough room. We have a car coming down pit road. And it was the 21 Richardson, so he must have known he was holding them up, but a very awkward place to come down the pit lane while you're in the middle of some lead lap cars. Jose Mills for the lead on Beal through 1 and 2. To the inside he goes, side by side, wheel to wheel off the corner. That's great stuff down the backstretch. See, everyone moves over to the 60 as well. That's the preferred lane. Once someone gets shuffled out, it's just like you're going to get freight trained up at the top. Jonathan Rains for the lead off the corner. Back to the start-finish line. Mills leads the lap. But Rains to the inside will grab the top spot away through 1 and 2. Trey Wright, the 39, wants to have the lead now. As he looks low off turn 2, he's down there on Rains, side by side. Down the back of the race, Trey Wright inside Jonathan Rains to turn 3. The nice boost from Ryan Brommer. Brommer wants to get their lead a lap for 5 bonus points towards the championship. He comes in as the points leader. Can he get there? Trey Wright edges him at the start-finish line. Now that's Brommer's teammate behind. No, it's Abe Nacko, never mind there. So I was thinking maybe the 25 let the 26 lead the lap, but that's Case Nacko. No teammates there. Down the back of the race. Casey Nacko now for the lead in turn 3. He'll take it away. To second goes Fitzwater. Riley Sampson is now third. Nanico to lead at the start-finish line by half a car length over Fitzwater in the 19. Richardson, the 21, leaves pit road after an extended repair. There's Fitzwater at the racetrack with Sampson, the 10 going to the middle of the racetrack. 3 wide down the backstretch. Some contact may be made between the 10 and the car down low, which was the 33, Jay Brando. Brando for the lead in 3 and 4. Off the corner, Jay Brando leads the race. The 33 is out front now. To second goes Vargas, the 4. Kai Xander is now third. And Anthony Lehman on the inside. The 63 moving back forward after a few bad races, trying to get back up into the top 5 on points. 3 wide goes Kai Xander for the lead. It's on Vargas down the backstretch. Putting the 4 up high. 28, the only one to go down low, but that is the preferred lane. He'll power through the corner to get clear. Here comes the 77 Oliver Evans. Luke Rain, the 2, pushing him off into turn 1. 18 laps down, 18 laps to go, halfway done. And the Pennzoil 351 caution flag so far. 3 wide for 4th. Jay Verno through the middle of the racetrack. Got great run. He's now clear. He can go wherever he wants to now. He'll push Luke Rennie through. Luke to second. Kai Xander leads the race in the 28 off the corner. Jay Randall for second. Now the 70 or the 33 of the run. Jonathan Rains, the 15 down there with him. Luke Rennie to get down block. And for the lead goes Luke. Back behind the 15 really slid up. Here comes the 4 and they're 3 wide behind them as well. That's Nanico middle of the racetrack. Rain to clear for the lead. Kai Xander falls back to third as Jay Randall moves to second. Oliver Evans to third. Here comes Vargas now for 4th. Back to the start finish line. 16 laps to go. Few cars get away. At the front, first, second, Oliver Evans on Jay Brando's. Luke Rain leads the race. Kai Xander nice around the top side. Can't get down in line. Back here, they're side by side. And up front, they're kind of single filed out, kind of strung out. It's slowing these drivers down. They're losing the lead group for now. Here comes Oliver Evans to Jay Brando again. Side by side, 15 to go. Oliver Evans to second, trying to run down the 2 Luke Rain in turn 1. Now, Oliver goes up the racetrack. Here comes Vargas, the 4th, a nice run. Off the corner, down the back stretch. The 4th, the push on the 28. The 33 goes low as well. So Oliver Evans is now shuffled out of line as leader Luke Rainey is trying to pull away because they're side by side. And Luke's loving it. He's just looking at his mirror going, yeah, stay side by side. And they're 3 wide further back. Now Vargas to take it and lead. But now he climbs the banking as well through 1 and 2. And Kai Xander moves to P2. Luke Rainey is just looking, seeing them, keep battling. That's what he needs. If ever, second and third get single file and they keep it that way, they will run down the 2 car. If they keep battling, Luke's not going to be caught. As long as he doesn't mess up, he won't be caught. 13 to go. Jay Reno trying to clear second place Kai Xander to have a run at the 2 Luke Rainey. Down the back they race. Luke still holds it strong in the lead. Brando now, second. Oliver Evans into the picture, moves up to third. Now he'll look low on Jay Randall for a second. That's killing any momentum that they may have had to the two Luke Rainey. 12 laps to go. That's something where maybe if you're not experienced enough, you don't really know what to do in this situation. You just keep down for a second because you have the run. You try and stay in line, you know. If that was maybe Luke Rainey back in that position, he would maybe say, okay, I have to calm down to get single file. We have to try and run down this race there. But Luke's out front. He's just controlling it. You know, Oliver Evans, where's he raced in this channel? Jay Randall would maybe know, but he's never raced in an IndyCar. Alexander, Christian Vargas, these are new names. They need to just get single file here. 11 to go to run down the two Luke Rainey, but time is a ticking. If they don't ever get strung out single file, I mean, this is going to be Luke Rainey's race to lose at this point. Can Oliver Evans get down in front of that 28? Can he? He's trying. By inches, he can't. Alexander moves low. 10 laps to go. 15 miles around Texas. These lap times have slowed down quite a bit as well. I think the tires are starting to wear. But once again, we're talking about this battle for the lead. How are these drivers on fuel? We mentioned they pitted around, what was it, lap 8 or so. It was going to be questionable on fuel, whether they could go the distance or not. It was just on the edge of the fuel window. So now, how's that going to play out as Luke Rainey leads the race in the 2. 8 to go next time by. Alexander is the 1 in second. Oliver Evans in third. 28 trying to get in the draft to the 2. He pulls off the corner. All right, second and third clear now. Can they run down the 2 of Luke Rainey? Most of the front pack is clear as well. There's all single file kind of at the front right now. 8 to go right here for the 2 of Luke Rainey, who's been out front maybe the past 10 or so laps. Alexander in second, Oliver Evans in third. Oh, but they're going to go side by side again. That killed any momentum. For fourth goes Jay Randall and Christian Vargas. He'll take it from the 4. Xander clears for a second. He keeps it. 7 to go this time by. I would have to believe that right now, if they're gonna have to pit, it's gonna be within the next few laps. 7 laps to go at Texas. Do they have enough fuel to make it around? Can anyone run down the 2 Luke Rainey if they do have enough fuel? 4 cars, single file. Hernandez is the 1 in 5th. And lap traffic a little bit further up the road. Anthony Fox and Christian Richardson are ahead. They're both slow, but they're decently up to pace. 6 laps to go right here. Luke Rainey takes it. Evans second. Jay Randall now third. Now Randall for second. Hernandez from 5th slides at the racetrack, but Vargas and Brommer do just the same. Randall trying to take that spot away. He's up to second now. He'll bring Alexander with them. This time by 5 to go. It's a big lap for Luke Rainey. That means right now, once you cross the start-finish line, a yellow flag. Now would end the race. 5 to go, and the Pennzoil 350. Luke Rainey in control. As long as he doesn't really mess this up, I think this is his. They keep out for a second. They're not orderly enough. They cannot order themselves out. Kaiser in second, side by side for third. Off into 3. Now the 77 down low on the 28. 4 to go right here. Luke Rainey leads the race. 2 lap cars are ahead. His teammate Anthony Fox and 21 of Christian Richardson. Will they catch him is the big question. That those drivers are about 7/10 off the pace. 3 wide down the backstretch in this lead group. That's Ryan Barber making the move on the 4 and the 33. That's for 4th. The battle for second to the inside goes Alexander on Oliver Evans. 3 to go right here for Luke Rainey. 3 wide back behind him. Rainey in control. Alexander in second. See how hard that 28 charged in the corner. He slid up a little too high though. Didn't work out for him. Here they come down the backstretch. 2 to go at the start-finish line. 7-car race. As the 2 will go wide. That possibly means the 20 come down pit road. There it is. Luke Rainey went wide. Now here comes Alexander with 2 to go with a nice run because he stayed lower. 2 laps to go. Does that mean some of these drivers will have to pit for fuel? Luke Rainey at the racetrack. But everyone goes at the racetrack. Look at Brommer in the gas to get the 4th off Vargas. Now they're side by side. The 2 poles back away. Coming to the white flag in the Pennzoil 350. Luke Rainey in control, but does he have to pit? He stays out. Come to the white flag. We're on the last lap. Some cars have pitted. Do these drivers have fuel to come back around? Rainey get through 1 and 2. Back behind the 77 is slower. I think Oliver Evans maybe sputtered through 1 and 2. 3 and 4 for Luke Rainey. He has a lap car. Richardson ahead off to the 4th corner though. Checker flag is up. Luke Rainey wins in the Samsung IndyCar Series. He saved the field and make it to the finish line. Luke Rainey wins the race in the 2. Oliver Evans does get back in second. I believe that we had some more cars run on the last lap. Ryan Brommer, Jay Rando. A lot of cars were short on fuel, as we mentioned. They were just on the edge. Some drivers saved enough, others didn't. One of them that saved enough, winner Luke Rainey. He dominated the last part of the race to win the race. Let's go see the finishing results and now the point standings after 6 races in the season. Here are the finish results from the Pennzoil 350 at the Texas Motor Speedway. 1 caution flag for 4 laps during the race, and 14 lead changes among 13 different drivers. But at the end, once Luke Rainey got out front for 17 laps, he never looked back. He started in the last row, but he wins the race. 35th starting position, 17 laps led, victory for the 2. Second place belongs to Oliver Evans. I think he sputtered through 1-2, but made it back to the start-finish line. Third place for Anthony Hernandez, 4th for Christian Vargas, and Brandon Grenier rounds out the top 5. 6th place goes to John Smith. 7th for Kashawn Richardson, Brandon Beal in 8th, 9th for Jonathan Rains, rounding out the top 10, Justin Zeidel in the 3 car. Great day for Aerosmith Peterson and Jonathan Buford. All 3 of his drivers finished inside the top 8 here today. One of them with the podium, Oliver Evans in 2nd. 11th goes to Anthony Lehman, 12th to Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 13th Kai Alexander. Those were the only drivers to finish on the lead lap. The 28 actually ran out on the last lap, came down pit road, and took his car straight to the garage once he crossed the start-finish line. 14th on down, laps down, Outer had to come down pit road for fuel. Tyler Fink, Ryan Brommer, Jay Randall, Riley Sampson, John Gilbert, Dylan Trieste, Noggin Scott, Mark Silas, Jose Mills, Trey Wright, Polster, Casey Nanico, Sebastian Kukulan, Riley Spurleytube, Bronson Minnick, Cole Luigi all had to come down pit road for some fuel, along with Anthony Rodriguez, Max Rossi, Anthony Fox, and Christian Richardson. 33rd on down, out, Trey Rainey, Carter Friesen, Jake Galloway, and Marshall Burrow. Let's now go see the point standings. 6 races into the season, here are the point standings. It's still Ryan Brommer on top, but new second place man Christian Vargas back up to 2nd. He's only 4 points back of the points lead now Ryan Brommer has accumulated. 3rd for Brandon Grenier, 4th Justin Zeidel, Anthony Rodriguez rounds up the top 5. 6th place for Marshall Burrow, 7th for Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 8th for Anthony Lehman, Brandon Beal in 9th, and Jake Galloway holding a top 10 spot. Just below him is Dylan Trieste in 11th, Jay Rando now 12th, 13th Casey Nanico, 14th Bronson Minnick, John Smith with the 15th. Kai Alexander now 16th, Tyler Fink 17th, Luke Rainey up to 18th, his first victory of the season, his first top 10 of the season. He's up inside the top 20 in points. John Rains 19th, and Trey Rainey rounding up the top 20 in the 18. Now we look down at the rest. 21st for Cole Luigi, 22nd Trey Wright, 23rd Kashawn Richardson, 24th Oliver Evans, John Gilbert 25th, Carter Friesen 26th, Riley Sampson in 27th, Noggin Scott in 28th, 29th for Anthony Hernandez, 30th for Anthony Fox, 31st Mark Silas, 32nd Jose Mills, Riley Spurleytube in 33rd, Christian Richardson 34th, Max Rossi 35th, and Sebastian Kukulan down 36th. He's a full 67 points back of the next highest driver, Max Rossi in points. The top right are the owner's points. Obviously, Andretti Autosport, Levi Schoen still on top of that, as he had, once again, drivers do well throughout the race, get points. That's all Levi Schoen's needs to do right now. He has 2 drivers inside the top 3 in the points. He has Grenier up there, and he has Ryan Brommer leading the points. So, looking good right now for Andretti Autosport, but still lots of racing left. 14 races remain in the Samsung IndyCar Series season. Race number 7 heads out west to the ISM Raceway for the Firestone 400K. I will see you guys then.